Kita taruh aja, copot tuh.
Just walking into your garage and seeing this thing over 5 feet tall just hanging upside down taking a comfortable nap.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip 5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's jump right into the video, y'all.
This man walked into his garage and found a 5-foot bat hanging upside down looking like a whole grown man. When I tell you, I would have left not only the garage, the house, the country, okay? This was in Indonesia in 2020. You would have never worried about seeing me in Indonesia ever again. Look at this. Imagine just walking into your garage and seeing this thing over 5 feet tall just hanging upside down taking a comfortable nap. It has the face of a fox, but it looks almost human-like because of its size, and when the wings spread, they can be bigger than 5.5 feet tall. You would have never had to worry about seeing me in that country ever again. So these are called golden crown flying foxes or flying fox bats, and even though they give off Dracula energy, they're actually known to only be gentle fruit eaters. They say when they fly, they emit like a huge shadow in the sky, and even though they're not necessarily dangerous, a lot of cultures consider them spiritual messengers, and if one lands nearby a house, it might mean there's a shift that's going on, and it's not necessarily a positive one. But a lot of people have considered them like a man-bat hybrid based on their size and the way that their face looks so human-like. They even got blamed a couple of years ago for the 2020 pandemic, but there's been no actual correlation to that, and they are an endangered species, and they actually troop in groups, so they actually are known to all be hanging upside down together, which is an absolutely terrifying sight to see. I can only imagine and never want to see personally. But yeah, I didn't know that this existed until recently, and I never want to go anywhere that they are. I just wish them well. Let me know if you've ever heard about them. Drop your thoughts in the comments if you haven't. Save this video, go look into it, come back, let me know what you think. Make sure you like, follow, stay for some more tea. I appreciate y'all support, and share this so that we can keep this discussion going. Bye.
Man, what the fuck is that? I've never heard of this species before. That looked like a teenage boy hanging upside down in a costume. Imagine you come home and you see that in your house. It looked like if you wake it up, it's gonna cause hell. Like, where are they even from?
Man, look at that shit. Huh? That shit look like... That shit fake, man. That can't be the sun. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ah, then I stuck the dirty tissue straight, man.
Jordan, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Have you? Is that the moon? That is wild.
I jumped out of this crap out here. I swear.
That's crazy.
Somebody jumped out of that mud, sheetrock buckets.
No, that's not the moon. The moon is above us.
I don't see. That's there. That's there.
And that's not the sun. That can't be the sun because the sunset is over there.
That's a planet.
The sunset is over there.
Mommy, that's a planet.
And the moon is up here.
So that must be a planet.
Yeah, I think that lady have to listen to the kid because it just might be a planet. And I believe it might be Planet Nibiru. It literally looks like a cartoon sun or something. You know, the last time we seen this, I think it was around like 2022 or something. And a lot of crazy things started to happen. So is this like a sign of something coming that we have no idea about?
Hey,
What's up, man? This is Wild Bill. I got One Eye TV on YouTube. Check my shit out.
check them out. Oh, shit.
Oh!
Shit. Nigga, Wild Bill.
Modern day cannibalism still exists, y'all. This shit is sick and twisted, y'all. And it's coming straight from Harvard Medical School. The Morgue. This manager of the morgue at Harvard Medical School was selling body parts, y'all. So they got a place where bodies get donated for science and to help future doctors learn how to save lives. But instead of doing that, these motherfuckers out there cutting, dissecting the body, different parts, and selling them junks like it's on Craigslist. Not just him, Look at her too. She trying to cover her face like, nah, you sick. This is twisted. Y'all, imagine you donated a body there thinking they finna do research on it and what they said, help doctors be able to figure out how to save lives and do all this other stuff. And next thing you know, their body parts is being cut up, cut out, and then shipped across America to different people who bought the body parts. Because that's what they was doing. They said they was shipping these body parts across state lines, y'all. They said they even had people come to the joint and pick out what body part they wanted. Pulled up to the Harvard Medical School, the morgue, and pick what body they wanted. Cash in hand. You really can't make this up right now. I know it's people that's just fucked up in the head because they sent probably their loved ones over there to get research done on them. And now they don't even know if one of their loved ones is the ones who body parts were sold. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this down below in the comments. This shit is sad and wicked.
Yeah, this world is different, y'all. This is exactly why some people want to be cremated, because you don't know what they doing with these bodies. You know, they could be taking organs out of these dead bodies, like, you just never know, and just selling it on the black market. And there's people out there that's willing to buy it just to live longer. This is why taking care of your health is important.
Gotta see this.
Oh my God, I hope that's not me. They don't know you.
If a host at an Airbnb in New Orleans gives you a warning, listen to it. We'll call her Kate. Kate was staying in town for a business meeting, so she said she was staying at this cute little Airbnb down around the French Quarter. She was alone. She didn't want to stay in hotels. She said she always kind of got the ick in hotels. She felt like they were more dangerous. So she goes to the Airbnb. She had the code to get in, and the host had left her a handwritten note that said, you know, do whatever, you know, just clean up after yourself. But then it also said, do not open the door after midnight for anyone. She thought that they were just trying to be funny because, you know, of the nightlife that's down there. So she kind of didn't pay any mind to it. The first night, everything was fine. The second night at 12:45, she hears a knock at the door, just 3 little knocks. She said they weren't frantic or like loud or anything. They were just like polite, soft knocks. So she goes to the door, she looks through the peephole, and she sees this gorgeous guy standing there. She said he was like so good looking. He was pale skin, he had dark hair, the most gorgeous eyes she'd ever seen. He says, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I left my phone in here the other day. She was kind of weirded out a little bit because she knew she hadn't had any guests, but she thought maybe it was whoever stayed there before her, but she hadn't seen or heard a phone. He tells her, hey, I can tell you where it's at. You can go get it for me. You don't even have to let me in. Then he mumbled something that she didn't really hear. She couldn't hear through the door. So without thinking, she just cracked the door a little bit. That's when he winked and said, thank you. That's all I needed. Then left. Now, personally, this is where Kate loses me because she said it didn't really scare her because he was so good looking. Girl, so was Ted Bundy. She goes,
you know, there's multiple stories out there about these New Orleans vampires. They even made TV shows about it. The lady literally told her, don't answer the door if she heard knocking. And she still did it anyway. Now he could probably enter her home without she even realizing it. I'm pretty sure she haven't watched Sinners.
I'm just waiting on the Chris Brown concert, and September 8th needs to come on. That's it, that's all.
Fucked me up, so I'm gonna let it fuck you up too. The body you occupied in your past life is buried somewhere on this earth.
I keep hearing from Christians how demonic crystals are, so I'm with it. Does that mean that you guys don't actually get diamonds on your wedding ring? Because that's a crystal, right? That's bad. That's bad, right? Does it mean that you aren't using any electronics with crystals in it? Because that's, by your own doctrine, that's demonic, right? I want you guys to stop just casually saying things and start critically thinking, okay? When you walk outside, are you on the demon's land? Because there's crystals all under your feet. Sage is demonic when you burn it, but it's not demonic when you put it in your turkey. It's not demonic when you just use it in cooking. I don't understand why when I apply fire to it, does it turn demonic, but when I don't, it's fine. It's completely safe. Like, you guys, none of this actually makes any good sense. And if you guys would start critically thinking instead of just hyperbolically dismissing everything that because of how good your programming is, then you would see how ridiculous you sound. Like, really. Take off that wedding ring. You're a hypocrite. Crystals are demonic. Put them down.
You know, what she said is true. Critical thinking is key. You know, there's crystals in your phone. There's crystals in your TV. There's crystals in your laptop. There's literally crystals all around you. Does that make you demonic? Just because you don't understand crystals doesn't mean that they're demonic. Crystals are full of energy and can be used multiple ways. If you understand energy, frequency, and vibration, then you got the cheat codes to life.
Y'all, this is mad creepy. I'll explain in 1 second. So, Walmart is building a whole freaking city in Arkansas. Well, I have a friend that lives in Arkansas, so shout out to Heather, because she sent me this information, and she put all the stuff together, and she checked the location of this city that Walmart is building, right? She compared it to a map, a pretty known map, and she found out that this entire city was built in an area that would still be here after the Great Flood of 2025. If you look right here, more than half of Arkansas is completely wiped off the map. And you mean to tell me that Walmart, of all corporations, don't you know about the Walmart theory? Other word theory, that weird thing with Walmart. The Walmarts that are closing down all over the country with crazy barbed wire fences, you know that one? Is building a whole freaking city in the one location that would not be flooding in that state. If you live in a blue area, you better find yourself somewhere to go like all the billionaires did years ago. Don't forget what I just posted earlier. And by the way, it's talking about the guy who's in office now when the situation happening. It's not a long time ago. This was now.
What in the world is going on? A mile-wide underwater volcano is ready to blow its top off the west coast in the coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day.
Allegedly, but the Walmart city is not allegedly.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to freak you out, okay? If you are not mentally stable, don't watch this video. But with the whole Google VEO3, it goes to show that we are binary code, and that's a fact. DNA is created through binary code, and this is a simulation. And it is. And that's a whole nother conversation. You are your own programmer. Okay? We live in a holographic universe that is created through binary code. Everything is an illusion of matter. Everything is matter being vibrated at a particular frequency that gives it the illusion of matter. Nothing is real. All right, so if you're not in good space mentally, this is going to be a lot for you. Everything is vibrating atoms. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. It's just recycled. You are recycled matter and energy, and you are part of an infinite intelligence called the universal consciousness. You are God experiencing life through this physical form. Okay? So you are the programmer of your reality. This is all AI. Like, who's to say we're not in a Neuro 3, whatever it's called? This is all a simulation. I haven't studied this in a while, so I'm pretty sure I just got everything right, but this is what got me sober. Once I learned this information and once I really delved into studying it, that's how I got sober after being a fucking alcoholic. Your mind is so powerful. Your mind controls everything.
All I'm saying is do your research on what she's saying before you start judging her. The information is out there if you seeking it. You know, some people aren't ready to hear anything that she's saying because, you know, they've been programmed for so long. It takes a lot to break the program, and reprogramming your mind is the hardest.
We have so many people worried about the Diddy trial. Cassie, Kid Cudi. Do you not realize the so-called elites is passing bills to take away the little bit of freedom we have left? People need to understand that the Roman Empire never went nowhere. If you give the people bread in a circus, they will never ask questions about what's really going on. Every time you see a highlighted media event like Diddy, Tory Lanez, DDG, Chris Brown, this is called the circus. Nobody really gives a fuck about what's going on in the entertainment business. It's not going to teach you nothing, and it's not going to help. It might make you dance and bob and forget about all the important shit. That's called a distraction. If you take all this energy and put it in the media and make everyone look to the left, the righteous shit will be taking place on the right side of you. I made so many videos speaking about 2025. It represents number 9. We can actually spiral up and create a better reality, or we could take that 9 and flip it upside down and we can get a 6. And once you get a 6, it's called the whirlpool. We don't live in a world, W-O-R-L-D. We live in a world, W-H-I-R-L, because we are spiraling down. That's what energy is all about. This is not a money game. This is not a racism game. This is not about competition. This is a game of energy. So many people ask, what is the Matrix? What is the Matrix? The Matrix is known as the House of Mirrors. There was a time when we all were fifth dimensional beings. We were free. We can manifest anything, but we got tricked into coming into the House of Mirrors. When you come into the House of Mirrors, there's no way out. This is why reincarnation exists, because we live in the House of Mirrors. This is why karma exists, because we are living in a House of Mirrors. Everything we do in the Matrix is going to be a reflection or reflect back our own personal choices. I hear so many spiritual people telling other people to wake up, wake up. Do you know the definition of awake? Awake is when you attend someone's funeral. Don't tell people to wake up. Tell people to go back within so they can understand why they was put to sleep. This Matrix is really dead. We live in a world where the dead live off the living. That's what a spiritual parasite is all about. The elites don't have no energy. They need us to focus on everything. When you focus on something, you feed it. Once you start feeding it, it's going to always be attached to you because it needs more food. And that food is your energy. 2025 is going to be a sacred year. A lot of shit is going to fall. A lot.
Nih ya, kita taruh aja, copot. Tuh. Berasa kayak kelereng gak sih? Terus cuci aja pakai air mineral.
Man, she gotta give people a warning or something. She can't just be popping out her eye like that. And it sounded like it was a glass eye or something. Like, where they even make that at? I didn't even know that was possible. You know, now I'm wondering why Fetty Wap never got one of those.
If mosquitoes need blood to make babies and the blood has our DNA, then doesn't everybody have babies with mosquitoes?
But don't mosquitoes got their own blood?
No, they take your blood. What they do with it? They use it to make babies.
So we got mosquito kids?
But in cellular
for reproduction. Nigga have
the blood is good source of protein, iron, and amino acids. Female mosquitoes drink it to grow their eggs. Male mosquitoes do not bite. They only eat flower nectar. So we getting bit by bitches. Mosquito bitch.
Hold on. They've been attracted to me this whole time.
The bitches have.
No, that's a good point. We have a mosquito babies, B-Lou.
Bro, what? No. This is, hold on, bro. Where's my kids?
They probably dead.
I'm thinking of it like, you know how we need like water to make our nut? So they need us to make their nut.
But she's already pregnant.
She's already pregnant.
So hold on, what is she doing then?
Look.
She using the blood to like feed the baby.
To feed it.
Oh, so we got, okay.
So we feed the baby.
So we the food.
So we life givers.
We give life. I'm never gonna kill a mosquito again. I didn't know you were pregnant. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I done killed so many mosquitoes, bro.
And that blood we splatting be their babies.
And she just trying to feed her baby, B-Lou.
I'm so sorry.
You ever smacking them motherfuckers, they just trying to
let
feed
them
their
live.
baby.
Let them. Bro, I did not know that. I apologize. See, oh my God,
That's
Zeke, I
crazy.
feel so bad, bro.
You know how many
Like you could have ate off me, bro. I ain't even tripping.
You feel what I'm saying? Just a little blood.
Like, I mean, just I would have let it happen.
I mean, it might itch for a little bit, but it'll be all right.
Now I ain't gonna lie, too many of them. I'm gonna get.
You might
like,
get.
I gotta
You
walk
might
you
get
away
what's the
from
name?
it.
You might
damn,
get,
bro, I did not know that,
you might
bro.
get denial.
We smoking pregnant women. Why?
Bro in the back look like a chocolatey mosquito. No lie.
There's something dark going on at Yale University, and most people have no idea. Tucked behind these locked doors and windowless buildings are secret societies that have existed for centuries. And what happens inside, nobody truly knows. One of the most famous of these societies is Skull and Bones at Yale. It was founded all the way back in 1832. And it's rumored to have dark initiation rituals that are literally straight out of a horror movie. Think candlelit chambers, cryptic symbols, and members being asked to share their deepest, darkest secrets, maybe even leaving with a few more. And past members of these societies have went on to become US presidents, Supreme Court justices, and heads of powerful large corporations. And how much of a coincidence is this really? You might think that this would just apply to Yale, but Yale is not alone. Harvard has the Porcelain Club, Princeton has the Ivy Club, and these societies go by names like Skull and Key, Book and Snake, and Wolf's Head. These groups are ultra exclusive, and the big thing is you can't apply, you have to be chosen. And the other creepy thing is, like, once you're in for life. The network is global, and the loyalty is unbreakable. And some people believe that these societies are just like elite social clubs. Others think they're training grounds for world leaders, or maybe something even darker, which is why you have to be so secretive about it. Like, you're telling me they join this society and then they all go on to be like world leaders? What is going on in there? Are they selling their souls? It's also rumored that Yale's secret society, Skull and Bones, has Geronimo, like the Geronimo's skull in its tomb. And every year people claim to hear screams coming from inside during the night of the initiation ritual. So I guess the big question about all of this is it just like a harmless tradition to make rich kids feel cool? Or is there something much deeper and more powerful? Of course, this is just a conspiracy theory. There's no actual proof of anything sinister going on. Just whispers, rumors, and a lot of locked doors. But still, if a power really does operate in the shadows, maybe those shadows start at these schools.
Hold on, first off, am I the only one that thinks she talk funny? Well, I don't know, but back to what she was talking about though. Maybe the only ones that are accepted are the people that come from certain families. Makes you wonder what these people are doing behind closed doors and what exactly they have to do to get inside. Let me know if you guys heard any stories about that.
Scout.
I take this money. I got bills. I pay my car note. I give it right back to you. Then I gotta pay my rent. I give it right back to you. Don't that mean I'm working for free? I'm sorry. I just want to understand it, bro. I just want to understand this shit real quick, B. I want to understand it. Reflection. I want to understand this real quick. I own a business. I own my own salon. The building is owned by some realtor. I call him up. I pay the realtor. Who gave the realtor the money to get the complex that I'm gonna own my business in? The bank. Right? But I got my own business. So I'm coming in here, but I pay my rent to the realtor. Who pays that? To the bank. Right? So wait a minute. I'm getting this money now, but it's still going to the fucking bank. And then now, cause I own my own business, I'm the man, I got bigger bills. Guess what? Pay my employees or whatever, collect my stuff, and now I gotta pay my car note, cause now I gotta fly, I gotta pay my car note, that go to the bank. Pay my apartment, my house, my mortgage, that go to the bank. It's a rat wheel. You working for free. The people that print the money don't need money, homie. They need control. Power. They need you to be doing what they need you to be doing when they need you to be doing it. They need your energy. They need you to be like this. Worried about stupid shit. Shit don't even matter. You worried about, I gotta pay my phone bill. That's real shit. You gotta pay your what? My phone bill. They got us out here figuring out ways to find loopholes to make money.
Hey, you know, that was just deep. If money didn't exist, everybody would be on the same playing field. But because it do exist, the people who's creating it have power. You know, I always leave a gem for you guys at the end. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub to the channel if you haven't already. We out, y'all. See y'all in the next one.